I didn't have just one bike accident. I had two. Welcome back, everybody. Velkommen, bienvenue to episode 6 of the J12 series, my first bike accident. So the year was 1986. I was only a wee little child of 5 years of age. And then this movie came into my life. This movie motivated me to want to become a professional BMX rider. So I'd watch this movie relentlessly. Did I ever own it? Hell no. I didn't own this movie at all. My mom would go to First Row Video on Elm Road in Warren, rent this movie until we incurred late fees. Then, if she incurred late fees, instead of going to Hills or Murphy's Mart to buy the movie, she would haul ass over to National Video, rent this movie, get late fees there, go to Giant Eagle Video, rent it there, get late fees. A vicious cycle. Instead of just buying the movie outright. But I watched this movie so much, and I still to this very single day. I just watched it the other day while we're all stuck here in quarantine. So it was almost getting later into the fall, 1986. I had this awesome bike that I got from the Christmas before. So I was riding my bike out front. I had a little bit of a gap in my sidewalk. I was not allowed to have a ramp because my mom would say I could probably die. So I could not have a ramp, but I had this little uneven sidewalk I was able to get bunny hops off of. So I'm getting pretty damn good at the bike. I'm riding it back and forth down the street. My mom would take me to Warren G. Harding when they would have the practice parking thing for the DMV. She would take me down there and I'd ride my bike. Sans helmet. This was the 80s. It was a different time. You didn't need helmets back then. But this is my quest to be a professional BMXer. I wanted to get really good so I could show off to girls. I was 5 years old. 5. Later on in this series, you'll hear about my first kiss that happened in nursery school, and I got kicked out. Different story comes later in the series. I noticed 3 girls across the street from my house. They're really cute girls, probably a little older than me, probably 7 or 8 at the time. So I'm hauling ass up and down the sidewalk, trying to put on little moves. I'm playing the song Thunder in My Heart from this movie, which is still one of my favorite songs of all time. And I noticed one of them start looking at me. I guess you say what can make me feel this way, my girl, my girl, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl. Ooh. I'm starting to get real hyper. Like, this girl is fucking the shit out of me. I have to impress her. I don't care about her 2 other friends. She's checking me out. I am booking it up and down the sidewalks, trying to do moves that I never have done before. I saw in the beginning credits of Rad, this flatland scene. Don't know how to do any of that. My mom would let me have pegs on my bike because she was afraid that if I held somebody on my pegs, it'd be too much weight and I'd fall over and they would fall on me. And then I could possibly break my neck or my leg or my arm. That's just how I was raised. One thing that I learned from an early age, if you want to show off, you gotta do it with some panache, some style, some joie de vivre. I go as far up as I'm allowed to go on the sidewalk. Because I want to hit that bump super good so all of our friends go, oh, that was radical. That was totally tubular. That's what we said back in the 80s, guys. So forgive me. So I'm set up all the way down the road. By all the way down the road, probably a football field, probably about 100 yards, probably total from end zone to end zone. Maybe more like 120. I'm rocketing at full speed. I see all 3 of them. I notice maybe the second one is looking at me now. So now it's time to impress. I'm approaching that bump. I'm feeling good. I have this picture in my mind of like a perfect backflip moonsault that maybe I'll hit on this bike. I know it's not called a moonsault, just straight backflip. In actuality, it'll be a 2-inch bunny hop. Story of my life. Here I come, 160 miles an hour. Trying to do little bunny hops, try to impress them, try to go, I'm gonna come over for some coffee. The equivalent of coffee in 86 would be come over for Kool-Aid or Tang. That would work. Maybe they'll be my first kiss. I don't know. Maybe my second, third kiss, who knows? 225 miles an hour. I hit this little bump in the pavement. And this was the one time I've never hit it like this before. I go up in the damn air. I land. Problem is, I land with my front tire slightly downward. You know where it goes from here. I crashed pretty heavily, going 477 miles an hour. Skinned both of my elbows up on the sidewalk and plow head on into a telephone pole. I am crying. I am bawling. I think as soon as that tire hit that bump, my mom heard it. She books outside. I'm just covered. My elbows are all bloody. My kneecaps are bloody. Didn't hit my head. I don't know how I didn't hit my head. First thing my mom says, we gotta go to the emergency room. We gotta go to the emergency room. That was the code word. To the point, my name wasn't even Jamie. It was just ER, ER, ER. To the point, they knew my name down there. I was known by first name basis. I knew all the nurses by first names. They'd always come in and say, Jamie, what's wrong? As my mom is trying to calm me down from all the blood loss that I hit from my bike accident going 499 miles an hour. Unfortunately, the girls didn't even stop. They kept right on walking, and I think that devastated me more because I'm thinking, hey, blood is cool, scars are forever, chicks will dig it, right? That's what you're told growing up as a boy. Scars are good, chicks will love it. Apparently these chicks didn't love shit except for their Lisa Frank binders because they just kept walking their asses right up the street and out of my lives, never saw them again, don't remember who they are, don't know who the hell they are. But you know what, fuck them. You know what, that made me a better person. Made me bigger. Went to the ER, a couple $100 later, some ointments that my mom had to put on me. That's what happened. That was my very first bike accident. There is the second bike accident that most of you already know about, but I'll tell you more in detail. That'll be coming up at the end of this season. Thanks to everybody that has subscribed to the channel. We are nearly there at 50 on the new quest to 100 subs, folks. When we get to 50, I promise you something special has something to do with this video. So, think about it what you will, but that'll be the surprise. Thank you to everybody for watching. I hope you guys remain safe out there. Wear your masks, wear your gloves if you need to. Stay away from large gatherings. Stay around, stay in, watch these videos, spread the word, smash the like, hit the bell for notifications, and subscribe, people. That would be a huge help for me. We'll see what I throw out there in the next coming weeks. I came across some more comedy stand-up I'm gonna put on this channel. Maybe a few other special things like my backyard wrestling tapes. Put it right here, youtube.com/Sentai Ace. Have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow. Goodbye and good night. Mwah.